specification that I wrote. It's supposed to be run on a touch screen right next to the dartboard is the best way to run it. Yeah, it's a 1280 by 1024 touchscreen. I had like 5 of them, so that's why I designed it to that size, and it's really a good size for viewing. So basically, you just come in, pick a dart, Caroline, and then you can choose a random dart, and it just picks a random dart. And then this is cutthroat, so if I hit a double, it should give Caroline 20 points, and it does. And then her darts are random. She's closed out 18, so let me hit some 1s. So now if she hits a triple 18, it gives me the points, and you play it like that. But this opens up. I like the feel of steel tip rather than electronic plastic tip dartboard, and this allows all these games to be played. Yes, you still have to touch it. Yes, it's not automatic, but this still allows you to play a bunch of different games. So I'll show you this game. This is Hare and the Hound. We'll give a 2-space lead. We'll do Hunter, just random, and Caroline again. And we'll do random. So the premise of this game is I am the hare in this one. This is picked randomly. One person's the hare, one person's the hound. Picked random. This game is to avoid the hound. So this indicates the target. So if I hit it and hit it again and hit it again on all 3 turns, I move that far ahead. Then the hound comes in, hits there, and then misses. And now I hit, and then the hound hits. And then what happens? So I'll miss. So now on this next turn, I'll let the hound get me. So now I'm on the same one as the hare, and if the hound hits it, the hound wins. The hound got me. So then you can come down here, and the game's over. I thought I had a way to restart the game. Each one, oh, I gotta fix that. That's funny, hare and hound. Scram is kind of fun. So one person starts as a scorer, one person as the stopper. So what happens is the scorer, oh, the stopper went first. Yes, the stopper goes first. So now the scorer can go, and then the stopper goes, and then the scorer. So then the stopper would go here, here, and here. Score, and it's standard scoring. So we'll do triple 19s. And this guy's really good. And if you hit nothing, you get no points, obviously. So we'll close out bulls, this. And now what happens is, now it switches. Oh, see, I gotta fix that. These are supposed to switch. This must not be the latest version. So this goes on until everything's closed, and then whoever has the highest points wins. But I have to, you know what? Stand by. I'm gonna get my notepad. Okay, so this is sort of in alpha mode. I've been working on this since COVID. So, scram, flip score, and stopper. So that's this game. Tic-tac-toe is pretty simple. We don't play this one too much. But basically, you just throw at it, and if you hit a T9, each time you hit it, it changes. It changes a little status. So this is pretty simple. There's different levels. So this is a single 7 and a triple 3. You can have it so that there are no triples, or so if you come in here, you can do this. See, if you turn triples and doubles off, random numbers, yes. I'll just put in whatever and whatever. So now it's single numbers, and any one works. I'll go back. So the hare and the hound, you can set how many laps that the hare has to go around, keep away from the hound. And then this is head start. So you're supposed to start off at 20 and I think it's 5. But I've given you up to a 10. Oh, see, I should fix that too. A 10 space head start. Warfare. One person is the north, one person is the south. Friendly fire we can turn on. I'll explain that in a minute. And how many lives? We'll say 3. Oh, fix. What was it? Warfare. Settings font size. So who'll be the north? And then random dart. And who'll be the south? I gotta fix that text. Random dart. So now what happens is the war has begun. The south won the toss and will go first. So this coloring is a little bit off. Okay. Fix colors. I can do that on board. Okay. So what happens is, so the south will go first, and if you hit, since this is a 6, it takes away the number that you hit. Now, if friendly fire is turned off, you can't kill your own people. Once all these people are dead, these are soldiers, I guess, you can look at them. Once they're all gone, that's who wins. So this just goes on and on and on and on, and that's how that game is played. I should turn that off. 301 is normal. That's four-player 301, 4-player cricket, and that just means that the scoring is in the corners. The dartboard's in the middle, and scoring's in the middle. Around the board, I think I made up. Clockwise 2 players. You can have up to 8 players in some of these games, because there's a limit to how much scoring could. I should show that. So here's the target. You hit that, and now you got to go around the board, right? And this little indication shows you where you're at compared to other players. So we'll just do that, and now this guy gets out ahead. So if you had eight people down the side, you could see where everybody kind of was. And then you just got to close it out, including bullseyes. What the hell was that noise? I don't know what that noise was. Something to do with Twitch? That kind of scared me, actually. It feels like I'm playing fucking Phasmophobia. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That kind of scared me. Okay. Around the clock is basically the same thing. Only you start at 1, then you go to 2, then you go to 3, all the way to 20. Simple as that. And then it still marks off what you have closed. I guess I could put a number in here to show where everybody's at. Round clock. Number 2. Show progress. Okay. So you want to Quit, yes. Deer Hunter is a game I made up. So we'll do four hunters. We'll do Hunter, Caroline, Kayla, and Jacob. So there's 15 days on the calendar that you can go hunting. So it starts November 15th through November 30th. Each color these are randomly put on the board, and each color represents a different size deer. So a yellow is a 4-point, blue is 6-point, and pink is 8-point. And randomly, you'll get a little pop-up that says a big buck is on the board, which is a 12-point deer, and it's always bullseye. So, and you can only shoot a deer once, meaning you can get one of each of these, but you can't just hit 3 4-points. You only have a license. I know. You have one license for each size. That's how we do it in this game. So if you hit there, it adds it to your trophy case, and we'll do that size. And then now Caroline would go. Let's have her hit a big buck. And you can see the point sizes are put in there. So if I hit this, it should go to 12. And then here, and now Michaela hits all of them. We'll say, and now let me just keep missing, and let me see when a big buck gets on the board. Sometimes, because these are all randomly picked out, sometimes it'll be the same number for all three. That makes it kind of easy. That's pretty close. That's pretty close right there. I don't know if this is the latest version. Oh, right there. So all three are in the same number. I don't know if this is the right version, because I thought I had a little algorithm that picked a big buck a little more often. So Deer Hunter, check big bucks. Anyway, that's how that game is played. Hammer cricket. So if you notice that, I made this little setting because we would load up a lot of people, and I didn't want to have to type in everybody's name every time. So if you leave this, if you check that, when you go into a game, it should select this, and it should keep all the names. So, and there they are. Round 120s. So if you click on how to play, this game is just like cricket, except nothing's closed out. The numbers 20 through 15 and bulls are in play in order. Oh, that's right. So if you hit a 20 on your first dart, let me try this. So I'm going to hit 3 regular 20s, and I should have 60. Right. So, but now, if you hit... Right. So, your first dart is face value. Second dart is ×2. Third dart, so here, let's see if this happens. So 0, 0. This is her third dart, and she's hitting triple 20. So it should give her 180. And it does. So that's how that's how hammer cricket works. So the hammer dart, I guess is what they call it. It's the multiple of the dart. First dart's 1, second dart's 2, third dart's 3 times what you score. So that's how that works. And then obviously it goes to 19s. Oh, that's right. And if you completely miss, you get the hammer dropped on you. So let's see what I get dropped on here. 75 points. Why was it? Oh, it's half your score. No, because what? I don't know. Hold on. Let's see. If you do not hit the round target of your third, you lose the round target ×3. Ah, okay. meaning if 15 is a target for the round and you miss all 3, you will be deducted 45 points. You can have negative points in the game, which makes sense. Okay, but why was that 75? 19 times 3. I don't know. Shit. Hammer, cricket, check math. Math 4. Misses. Okay. Okay, so that's that game. Hammer, cricket. Wildcard cricket's kind of fun. So these numbers are all randomly selected. I left bullseyes off. I don't know if you saw that. You can choose to have bullseyes on, and that's always right here. So when you mark your darts, let's say that, and then mark your darts. We'll have everybody miss, and I'll show you what happens. So Jacob's going to miss here, and then what's going to happen is you're going to see these flash, and new numbers will come in. I'm going to have him mark a 20. So he hits a 20, but then he misses everything else. So 20 stays, but everything else randomly... hey, thanks, man. Break it in, Brax. This is my first time demonstrating this for anybody, so bear with me. As you can see, there's still some bugs. So the numbers will randomly change until somebody marks it, and then it's just like regular cricket. So mark your darts. And really, you're kind of throwing your darts and then marking this. It's not like you throw a dart and mark it, throw a dart and mark it, throw a dart and mark it. We have done that. If we move the scoreboard kind of close, because I'd like to add a game like, what's the name of the game where, there's a game where if somebody gets your score, you go back to 0. I forget the name of the game, but it was kind of tough because you were having to do the math in your head to try to figure it out because the touchscreen was too far away. Anyway, that's this game. Pretty fun. What was that? That was Wild Card. Cricket 8 is just plain old cricket, but 8 players go down, so I'll let you see what that looks like. You can shuffle names. That's a feature I added. And I probably have to add it to more games because on some of the games it pays to go last. So if you're putting in names and you type your name in last, you know you have the advantage. But if you come in here, so now this is the scoring. So I can fit 8 people down here, so you can play 8-way cricket, which is kind of fun. And it marks it off just like regular cricket. So that's kind of fun. Cover up cricket. I think I made this one up too. I don't know. Let's go see what it is. Cover up cricket. Oh, it is. So I think I made this up. I don't know if it's out there or not. But if I close out 20s, so 20s I own. That means, and this is you're trying to hit. You're trying to get 3 of every one, but now 20s are closed out for everybody. Nobody else can get 20s. And then for every one that you totally close out yourself, your score's here, and then whoever closes the most out wins. So if Caroline comes in here and she marks 18 and 10s and 13s, now she has 3. Right? So it's kind of you're trying to kind of figure out what you want to close out. Let's say if they do this, if somebody gets close, you're going to want to try to close those out so they don't get the mark over here. We haven't played that one too much. And that's kind of the thing with this. When I wrote it in the demonstration, I can sit here all day and click buttons and it works perfectly. And then we get it out in my garage. I have darts in the garage. And once we get into playing it, we find a lot of issues. Not a lot of issues, but we find issues. and we're usually, 10 beers in, and I have a notebook out there, and my notes aren't very clear on what actually went down, and it's hard to recreate it just sitting here clicking it. So really need to play it more often sober, so that I work through some of these bugs. Killer's kind of fun. To become a killer, you have to hit the double number of your target number. So these are all your target numbers, right? So I'm going to miss on all three, but we'll make Caroline a hunter, or an assassin, or whatever you want to call it. So if she hits the double 11s, she now becomes an assassin, we'll call it. Now she can aim at these other numbers to eliminate those people. So I think if she hits a 555 right now, I get eliminated. Well, that didn't work. No. Oh, I think you got to hit the double of it. You got to hit the double of it. Yes, that's right. It's always doubles. This game was always doubles. So we'll bring Michaela in. We'll bring Michaela in, and we'll have her kill me. Boom. So now I'm out. So Jacob, and now what will happen is I'm out. So now it goes to Caroline as the next dart thrower, right? So I'm eliminated. So she can go after Michaela. Where's 3 at? Boom, boom, boom. Now it's Jacob, and it should go to Caroline, right? So it just, that's that game. And whoever's left standing wins. Quick game, yes. Knockout. See, I haven't played this in a while. How many players? 4. Oh, see, so why didn't that take that? Random dart. Random dart. Random dart. And random dart. So I think what this game is, and this is where random, I think we're random, oh, maybe it wouldn't matter. So let me hit, so I got 3 points, because I hit all 3s. The next player, so let me have this player hit, we'll do 60, 80, 100. So 100 is a score to beat. So the next player does not get 100, I think they lose a life. Right, and now 15 is the score to beat. I wasn't sure in this game if once, like, this player had 100 and this player didn't score, I was torn between keeping it 100, that somebody had to beat 100, but then I feel that number would always just keep going up. And this game would take forever, I feel. Especially if somebody hits, triple 20, you can't do that, because then nothing would get beat. So this is the right way to go. So if this player hits this, then they lose a life. Let me see, because I think it does the same. 35. We're going to make XBC lose. So now I think if I do this, it should go red with the skull. Yeah. So now that guy's out, and it skips over you. So this is a last man standing kind of game too. Where was I? Oh, half it. Shuffle names. We'll go yes. So I think this is one of those games too where, so let's have everybody get 60. And now the target's 19, and I'll hit 19 on one, and I get those points. But I think if this person misses all 19, or misses a 19 on all 3 darts, their score gets cut in half and they lose a life. Oh, there are no lives in this. You just lose your score. So this is half it. Remove lives. Okay, those lives aren't supposed to be showing. I kind of use the same, a lot of cut and paste code. So that's that game. 5s. Winning score, now we'll go back to 21. So 5s, I don't know if you know this game. Well, I don't know if you know any of these games. So when you throw 3 darts, your score, if your score is divisible by 5, you get the points of your score divided by 5. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm going to hit all 5s, and I'll get 3 points. Right? So if this guy hits all 10s, he'll get 6 points. And once somebody hits 21, that's a score. So if you don't get divisible, you don't get anything. So this is kind of one of those games where you really should score after every dart if you can't do the math in your head. You know, sometimes it gets a little wonky when you hit triple 19 or something to do the math in your head. But it's still kind of fun. We still play it. Sudden Death. Oh, Sudden Death is a really quick game. I know this looks crowded. So you have how many players will keep 4, number of rounds per turn. So I think what that means is if you keep it to 1, every turn you go is your score, and that's so what this game is it's 4 players, everybody throws, and whoever has the lowest total score after that round is eliminated. You're just done. So what this allows you to do is it allows you to take up to 3 turns. So say you have just a shitty first round. You're out if it's just 1, right? What this does, if you go 2 or 3, it allows you to kind of come back, right? You could have a shitty first round and then nail it the next 2 and you're not eliminated. So that's what that does. Oh, maybe it doesn't, because now I see keep score after each turn. Oh, what that means, and I think there's a... This is set to number of rounds played before the total scores are added up. Oh, right. So, if you do yes, it's a cumulative score, right? So in this one, in one round, if I were to check yes and say you scored 60 in your first round, you score another 60, your total is now 120, and it's based on your total score for everything. I hope that makes sense. So we'll go here, and let me just hit some random. So that guy's out because he scored, and see, it went back to 0. So if I go, and now it starts over. So 20, 40, 60. We'll have this guy get 3, and this guy doesn't matter. Now that guy's out, right? And it comes down to that. So now if I go back and we play Sudden Death, and we hit yes, and we'll make this guy lose, I think. Right, so now it's 60, and now you got to beat 120. 203. So now the first guy's out, even though he had 120, right? So it's just a different take on the game. Slider. Oh, see, sometimes I don't know. I'll say no to that. We'll do 2 players. Dart. Canada, choose Dart. And I know it doesn't really show up. That was a feature I did when I had the 4-way player, but I kept it because, I don't know, it's kind of cool. So, you start off with this target, and you're playing 10 through 20. So let me hit 10. Here's the issue with this, is once you hit it, you can just be done. And I'm thinking I need to write it so that you could hit 10, 11, 12 all in one turn, and you're there. Right now, that doesn't happen. I should look into that. So now it's 11, and 11, and 12 is right here. So I'm just building this up. So what happens now is I'm on 13s, and if I miss completely, I slide back to 11. That's where that came from. Boom. So now I slide back to 11. Now my target is 12 again. So if Caroline hits a 13, where the hell is it? Boy, I haven't played darts in a while. 13, and now I hit a 12, right? And now she misses a 14. We're both back at 12. and the first person to 20 wins. Basically, that's it. Yes, quick game. High score, basically that. Go by rounds, go by score. So if you go by rounds, you can play up to 50 rounds. I don't know, excuse me, who would want to do that? 4 players, 10 rounds. Or if you go by score, the first person to reach 1,500 wins. Regular dart scoring, triples count, all that. I don't think I have to show this one. Well, I've shown them all, so why not show this one? We'll go by rounds. Yeah, we'll go by rounds. 10 rounds. And now, I mean, 6. Sorry about the sound effects. It sounds better. Comes up, says last round. I got a decisive. Let's see if I can get her to win. I can't. So Hunter wins the game. So simple as that. Chase the Dragon. I don't know. I don't know. This one's weird, I think. I think it's like 7 through Bullseye or 7 through... Let's take a look. Oh, segment 10 through 20. And they gotta be closed out in order. I don't know how this was different than Slider, but I added it. We'll do 2 players. I think this one allows you to do... Yeah, see, so this one is kind of like Slider, I guess, except you don't go back. You don't go back on... I guess I could use this logic for Slider. So she hit a 10, and basically that's it. 13, 14, 15, and that just goes on. First person to 25. This means single bull and double bull, right? So you have to hit the single bull and the double bull. Cutthroat Cricket, 8 player. That gets a little. Let me undo this. Now I think Cutthroat 8. Let's do 4 players. Score darts until everybody closes the number. So if this is set to on, you can still receive points from other players if you've closed that number. Oh, okay. So what this says is if you... 2-player doesn't matter. If you have... Let's say you have 8 players going, and... let's say you and another player have 20 closed out, nobody else does, and that other player keeps hitting 20s, even though you have 20s closed out, you're still getting scored upon until everybody closes it out. Once it's all the way closed, you can't get points on it anymore. I don't know why I added that. That seems kind of shitty. But again, it's just one of those things. I won't show this. Well, like I said, I showed them all. Boom, random, boom, random, boom, random, boom, random. So we'll close out 20s. Whoa! What the frick? Okay. Oh, what is going on there? Cutthroat 8 points. Wow. Yowza. So what happens if I hit... Well, it's giving them points. Oh, I wonder if the points from the last game didn't clear out. I don't know. Yeah, I got that noted. Bermuda Triangle. So target's 12. You get points for as many 12s as you hit. So we'll make everybody hit 3. 13. We'll make everybody hit a 13. And now first person won't get a 14. I think it's cut in half. It is. And then I think in a minute, I think after this round, it's any double. So we'll have the first guy miss any double. It should go down to 8, and then we'll have this guy hit. Yep. So that's how that's played. And now it'll go back to another number, and then it'll be any triple, and then it goes to bullseyes. A lot of these I got off the electronic dartboards. I just went in and thought about the logic and wrote it. Shanghai. This is a weird one, round 1. You're going for ones, I think. Let me see what happens. Do you get the points? I don't remember. So round 2. Okay, so you get the points. And now what happens to get a Shanghai, if I hit a single, double, and triple of that, it's a Shanghai and I win, I think. Ready? So you get a Shanghai by hitting, it's almost like a bunko. I don't know if anybody knows that game, but it's kind of like a bunko. You automatically win, I think. Yeah, so this game's over. So golf is a game I completely made up. I'm going to go by strokes. We'll still say 4 golfers. We're golfing at Hunter Valley Golf Club in Brownstown, Michigan. Lovely place. Each hole is the target. So hole 1 through 18. If you hit a triple, you're -3. So I'm going to hit 3 triples, and my score should be, if it's working, -9. And it is. So this next guy comes up and he hits 2 1s and a 4. He should be -1, and he is. And you just progress on down. Whoever has the lowest score at the end of the round wins. It's as simple as that. Make this guy get, excuse me, -6. I hope that microphone was working. Shit. Is my microphone working? Is anybody in the chat? Are you still watching? Then you can go back to the clubhouse. Oh, there is one other to the clubhouse. Yes. If I turn this off and we enter a name, we'll do 2 players. After you enter player, you can pick which tee boxes you want to go off of. Women's tees are any segment. Men's tees are you got to hit a double, and championship tees are triples only. We've never played anything but the women's tees, or not women's, but yeah, women's. No, the white tees. I guess that's not. Did I say women's? That seems awful. I don't think those are. Ladies' tees are like. Let me see what I did here. I think I did women's as a joke. So we do hit off the red tees. That's right. Women's tees are red. So I did that right. Oh. Golf. Tees. Tees selection header. Women's tees. Women's tees. Okay, to the clubhouse. Call it a day. Elimination. Oh, I think this is another one I made up. So we'll do 2 players still. And you get regular scoring. And then after every turn, a number is eliminated. And if you hit that elimination, your score gets cut in half. So it should go half, half, half. Right? So what happens is, as you go, the dartboard starts getting smaller and smaller. Oop. So player with the lowest score wins. With the highest score wins. Sorry, highest score. World Series Baseball, I kind of made up too. I hope this one is working. Random dart. And random dart. So, inning number 1, you're aiming at 3s. So, if you hit a double, you put a guy on second. If you hit another double, you drive him home. And you can keep going. If you keep hitting triples, your numbers keep going up. It's if you miss, you get an out. So you're out, 3 outs. So next player gets up. He can drive a couple home. And I think bullseye's a home run. So let's see if that's a home run. And it is, home run. So you can load up the bases. That's just a grand slam. I should fix that. In fact, I'm gonna fix that. World Series, Grand Slam. Should say it. Okay, so that's that game. Kind of fun. 9 darts to 100 is another quick game. We'll say 2 players. You have 3 rounds with 3 darts to try to get as close to 100 as you can without going over. So usually on the first round I just throw 3 quick darts, and now I start to set myself up. Right, last round. If you go over, you go back to 0. So I'll hit this, and you go back to 0 to start. You still have your last 2 darts, so you could hit this and that and still have a pretty decent score. This person's going to win with 85. So that's wrong. 9 darts. Winner. Winner wrong. I gotta get better with my notes. So that's that game. Horse is another one I kind of made up. I know it doesn't follow the same sort of logic as horse. But your target is 20. If you miss a 20, you get an H. If you miss the target, you get a letter. Alright, so, and I only picked 2 players, so that player lost. So this player won. What was I was gonna add something to this game. I don't remember what it was. I thought of it as a starter. I was gonna mention it, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, I think at one point me and a buddy played this, and we just kept going and going, and none of us were missing. I think I added after 2 rounds, and 1 round is I think every number. So I picked this number randomly, but after like 14 rounds or something like that, it starts making you making you shoot doubles and triples. Pyramid's kind of fun. So everybody has a target number, and as you hit triples or doubles, you build up your pyramid. Now, if you start to, and it changes every round. If you see somebody start to build up, like Caroline, I can knock her down. Like if I hit a 555 or CVBC, it's going to knock her. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. Okay, so that worked. Why didn't this work? Okay. Yeah, this isn't the latest version of this game. Player 2 not losing bricks. Okay, so I gotta figure that out. But that's that game. Coverall is just that. How many players? 2. You just try to hit every number, and whoever closes them all out first wins. Simple as that. Covered all. Asshole's a game I made up. So basically what it is, you're trying to get to 500. So let's get this player close. Now what happens is, if I want to be the asshole, instead of trying to get points, if I go for a bullseye, if there was more than one player, everybody but me gets their score cut in half. So boom, and I get the points that I scored. So I scored 50 points there, but everybody else gets knocked down. So I could hit it again, and they're knocked down again. But you only have 3 chances to be an asshole. So now, if I hit bullseye now, I think I'm cut in half. That's the difference. So if you're out of assholes and you hit bullseye on accident, your score's cut in half. And then finally, checkout. Checkout is there's going to be random numbers selected between probably like 10 and 75, something like that. So here's your random numbers. Your total darts have to add up to that number. So let's do 40. So if I hit, I think if I hit double 20 and then throw off,
Ooh, you suck.
It still closes it out. That actually scared the shit out of me. And the first person to close them all out. So if you hit double 18, I really don't want to hit this, but oh, that's 36. So then let's hit a 2 and a 2. Right? So you go along to close those out, and first person to close them out wins. So this was one of my little COVID projects. Another cool thing is you can design your own scoreboard, or dartboard for display. So if I were to select this, and I go back and I go into a game, that dartboard is then selected. Yeah. Okay, exit. We'll go back to the default, but you can build your own. So if you come in here and you say, okay, I want pink for red, and I want orange for green, and I want this light purple for the outside ring, and black for my numbers, and black for that, and then I think you can do single bowl and double bowl separate. Yep, you can. Now if you hit save and quit, and you selected, back, and you go in, there it is. So I don't know what the point of it is, but I added that to it. Mostly just to see if I could do it, and I could. And it was pretty cool. It looked like it was off center. I hope it's not. Oh, and then you can, so if you selected and delete that one, yes, you can delete that one. So just another, there's different views. So this kind of tells you what the game is about, overview. And then if you know the games and you just want to quickly pick, I don't know why, again, one of those things I just added to see if it would work. So that's it. I got a little bit of work to do. It's still a work in progress, but it's come a long way. Pretty proud of it, and we use it a lot. So if anybody watches this, thanks Breaking Brax for watching. I didn't think I'd get anybody, but appreciate it. See you guys.